Welcome back to the Virtual Tutor. In our previous video, we learned the important rules of Roman numerals. Now that we know the rules, let's see how to actually convert numbers into Roman numerals. And don't worry, you don't have to memorize all the Roman numerals from 1 to 100. Once you understand the pattern, it becomes quite easy. So let's start from the beginning. So the numbers 1, 2 and 3. We all don't know 1 is I, 2 is I, 3 is I. What about 4? Can I write it as I? No, because there is a rule that I can be repeated maximum only 3 times. So instead of that, how can I write 4 as? 4 is nothing but 5 minus 1. We are using the subtraction rule. 4 is 5 minus 1. 5 is V. 1 is I. Because it is subtraction, you are placing the smaller numeral before the bigger numeral. So 4 is IV. 4 is IV. And 5, we know the basic symbol V. What about 6? 6, here we are using the addition rule. 6 is 5 plus 1. 5 is V. 1 is I. Because it is addition, you are placing the smaller numeral after the bigger numeral. So 6 is VI. What about 7? Here again the addition. 7 is 5 plus 2. So VII. 8 is 5 plus 3. So VIII. What about 9? Can I write it as VIII? No, because I cannot be repeated more than 3 times. So how can I write 9? Same here again. 9 is 10 minus 1. 10 is X. 1 is I. Because its subtraction is placed before the bigger numeral. So 9 is IX and 10 is X. So once you have got the Roman numerals from 1 to 10, it is quite easy to convert the other numbers into the Roman numerals. So what about 11? 11 is what? 11 is 10 plus 1. So 10 is X, 1 is I. What is 12? 10 plus 2. X, I. 13. X, I. 14. X, I, V. So just you are adding 10 to all the numbers from 1 to 9. You will get all the numbers. 15 is XV. 16 is XVI. 17 is XVII. 18 is XVIII. 19 is XIX. And 20 is nothing but 10 plus 10. So it is XX. XX. Clear? Now, you may get a doubt. 19. I want you to observe the number 19. 19 is written as XIX. So in many cases, students get a doubt. We have written 9 as 10 minus 1 IX. So why can't I write 19 as 20 minus 1 and write it as XXIXX? Why is it not possible? Why 19 is XIX and not IXX? Because it is against the rule. What is the rule? I can be subtracted only from X and V. I can be subtracted only from X and V. That is, I can be subtracted only from 10 and 5. It cannot be subtracted from 20. Clear? So this becomes a meaningless Roman numeral and this is the meaningful Roman numeral. Okay? For every number there exists only a unique Roman numeral. You just cannot combine different Roman numerals and build a Roman numeral for a number. You have to follow the specific rules and only then you have to form the Roman numeral. Clear? Now let's proceed. So we got till 20. What about the remaining one? From 21 onwards. The same thing. 21 is 20 plus 1. 22 is 20 plus 2. It goes on like that. What is 30? 30 is 10 plus 10 plus 10. That is x, x, x. Again 31 is 30 plus 1. It goes on like that. Now what is 40? 40 is 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. So can I write it as x, x, x and x? No, because it cannot be repeated more than 3 times. So how do you form 40? 40 again by subtraction, it is 50 minus 10. 50 is L, 10 is X. You are subtracting, you place X before it. So 40 is XL. So once you got 40, you can find out 41. Similarly, XLI, XL2, XLII, it goes on like that. What is 50? 50 is a basic symbol L. 51 will be Li. It goes on like that. Now what about 60? 60 here you use the addition. That is 60 is 50 plus 10. So Lx. Again the same thing goes on. What is 70? 70 is 50 plus 20. So Lxx goes on like that. What is 80? Lxxx. Again it goes on. Now what about 90? Can I write it as Lxxxx? 4x not allowed. So what will you write 90 as? Again the subtraction rule, 90 is 100 minus 10. 100 minus 10. So what is 100? What is the symbol for 100? C. And 10 is x. You are subtracting. So 90 will be xc. Clear? So this is how you build the Roman numerals. Okay, there is no need to memorize all the numbers from 1 to 100. Just have to learn the important building blocks. You have to understand the pattern and then convert the numbers into Roman numerals. Clear? Now let's use these building blocks to convert some numbers. Let's do some examples. Okay, 36. First, you need to break the number into parts. So 36, I'm writing it as 30 plus 6. 30 is XXX and 6 is VI. So 36 is XXX VI. Next is 48. How do you break it? 40 plus 8. Now what is 40? 40 is 50 minus 10 plus 8. What is 50 minus 10? Lx before, because you are subtracting, and 8 is VII. So 48 is XLVII. Next 49. 40 plus 9. That is XL is 40. 9 is IX. Next 68. 60 plus 8. What is 60? Lx. What is 8? VII. What is 94? 90 plus 4. What is 90? XC. What is 4? IV. So this is how we are going to convert the numbers. So always remember, you need not memorize all the numbers. Just break the number into parts, convert each part and put them together. Clear? Now it's your turn to convert some numbers into Roman numerals. So the numbers 27, 54 and 99. I want you to pause the video and try them yourself. Ready? Let's check the answers. 27 is XX27 VII. 54 is L50. 4 is IV. 99 is 90 XC 9 is Ix. How many did you get right? Very good. And remember, this is just the beginning of our Roman Numerals Olympiad preparation. In an Olympiad, Roman numeral questions are not limited to simple conversion. You may be asked to convert Roman numerals into numbers. Roman numerals into numbers. That is the reverse of what we have done now. You may be asked to compare the Roman numerals, which is bigger, which is smaller. That you may be asked to find out the greatest and the smallest. If a set of Roman numerals are given, you will be asked to find out the smallest or the greatest. Next, you will need to identify the meaningful and meaningless Roman numeral. That is in fact a very important question which always comes in the Olympiad exams. A set of Roman numerals will be given. You have to find out which is meaningful and which is meaningless. Next, you will have to solve the word problems. Next, the place values may be asked. Place values. Rounding off the numbers, a Roman numeral will be given and you will be asked to round off to its hundreds place or thousands place. That type of questions may be asked. And even Roman numerals may be combined with other concepts, and such questions also may be asked for the Olympiad. So in our upcoming videos, we are going to look at these different Olympiad question patterns one by one and learn how to solve them. Okay, if you're preparing for a Maths Olympiad, subscribe to the Virtual Tutor and follow the series. I'll see you in the next video. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep growing. Bye-bye.